And welcome back guys to the LP of Sudden Strike Forever. Okay, let's continue on. So today we're gonna have an enjoyable day, maybe, probably not. So as you can see we have a ginormous amount of stuff to cross over the river of Dnieper. So we're gonna suck a little balls of steel. We have a useless freaking cannon here. It is useless. Well, two useless artillery howitzers. I don't know how to actually send them over. So yeah, I was thinking of attacking this part, but now I'm a little bit scared because I have a feeling this will take overly long. So I can actually only attack this point because I'm so cool. Destroy the main point where they have to capture the freaking town of blah, 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 and then it's it. That's it. What do you think? Cool stuff. I'm thinking of just getting over here, moving every tank I can, and taking this town. I don't think they can do anything against me. So, and because the second thing is we don't have many ammunition here, and if I want to waste on a longer campaign against these positions, I'm afraid I'm gonna waste huge amount of ammunition, which I do not have. As you can see, this is it, and I need a lot for these two howitzers because I need these two to destroy the entire village, bomb the crap out of every building alive, and that's the only thing I have to do that. So yeah, that will be a problem, and plus it's not really. Let's 4 times on that building. Now I do have bombers. Oh yeah. Okay, stop. Destroyed. I think there were some here of the anti-air cannons. I can't remember. So, you know, I wish I could remember. I can't. I mean, I have a video of it, I think, but maybe here. But I could send and do this with. I mean, it's only one, and I will anyway lose him after I send him. So fuck it. I'm gonna do this. I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, that's gonna just put him here, just to destroy this bunch of buildings if he can. Also, I'm gonna start talking about something I wanted to talk about. That's why actually I'm making this video about horror games today. You know, I think I'm gonna talk about that. Anyway, so yeah, horror games today. What can I say? We all know that today's horror games are more amnesia based. I remember when amnesia was just a penumbra, so it wasn't really well known. And you know, so today they're only like amnesia like clones where you don't have any weapon and you just run away from monsters, you know. I mean, I get it that today's, you know, that's today's thing, I guess, generation stuff. But you don't see games like, you know, I wish they could like return to that formula of, you know, of action but horror also, which there are two perfect examples for me of action and horror put together and making a fantastic game. Okay, someone owned me at this very point. I don't know who. Maybe here. Maybe they're here. Oh well, we lost the freaking thing, so fuck it. So yeah, like Undying. If you ever played Undying, that's an awesome game. So, or Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth. You know, those games were awesome. I'll tell you something. They were so good. You know, there just isn't. Wow, I didn't take this. I'm such a douchebag. Where are my crew members? You know, douchebags. Do your job for once. Get into those choppers. So yeah, and I wasn't really impressed that the amnesia is just getting clone after clone from the freaking Slender and all that. I mean, people think that just because you don't have a weapon, it's scarier. It's not true to me, because as I said, if you play Undying and Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth, you will see that those games have much more how should I say, progression-based system. It's not just scare after scare of something chasing you. You know, there is a story to it, and I didn't destroy these two buildings still, which makes me a douchebag. And I don't have many ammo. Oh, great, great stuff right there. Okay, we'll destroy one building, a warehouse of sorts. Okay, you retards will go here. So I'm definitely not gonna go into this position and take stuff because we can take T-28, and that's sad. That's very sad. Now I know I haven't been doing this like constantly now. I wish I did. Believe me, I love Southern Strike. I would fucking rape Southern Strike. But that's not the point. Now the point is that I'm gonna talk about car games and how I'm disappointed that they're all Amnesia clones. As you have you noticed this stuff? This is the new generation. You don't remember in 90s and 80s when the games began to flourish. You know, when everything became so more, you know, like challenging. When the games were like new and fresh. And today you get games that are just clones. You don't get any feeling that you're, oh my god, these guys are fucking me up. Okay, now I get what's happening. You don't get a sense of progression anymore. You don't sense the you know, there is no combination of action, as I said, and horror anymore. It's just one thing because people can't adapt anymore. Now that's a sad. That's this new generation of thinking. Not just the young ones, it's also the old ones, because they have no patience anymore. You know, today's youth is compromised of the Call of Duty kids, Battlefield kids, and now of course kids in their 30s. You know, they have 30 years and they're kids also, because their mentalities become so dulled, it's unbelievable. So we get like, oh no, if there is an action in a horror game, it's gonna be a Call of Duty action like, which tends to be, of course, because the game tends to be stupid because of the fucking Call of Duty franchise that had created this kind of mentality that every action will be a Call of Duty or Gears of War clone. So we don't get great games like Clive Barker's Undying, which is a phenomenal game, and if you haven't ever played that game, play it. I promise you, it's an experience in itself. So you don't get the sense of progression anymore. I mean, yes, for instance, Slender, it's what? It's like collect shitty pages to win. You know, of course it's an indie game, I get it, but you get what I'm saying. The games are not long enough to experience the dread of the story. The atmosphere is there, sure, I agree. You know, I'm talking about Amnesia here, but compared to the Penumbra, Amnesia wasn't that scary at the end of the day. Penumbra had the monsters that actually chased you in tight corridors, and they were patrolling, and they were doing all the shitty stuff that these monsters would do. It would be there, and you would know that. They wouldn't just go poof, and that's it. It would be just a scare tactic, which is also a monster in the closet thing for Amnesia. I'm hoping the machine poop effects will change that, but I'm not so certain. I think people will actually go with, you know, like scare tactic of them disappearing all of a sudden just for a scripted event. Did I take everything? Yeah. Okay. And okay, this part is secured. As you can see, a ginormous amount of Germans are dead. So I'm thinking of moving everything else. Come on, let's go, guys. It's time to move in and sexually arouse ourselves. I have a huge amount of the anti-tank riflemen. My God, look at the amount of them. So, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, you can see, for instance, if you played the Clive Barker, you can see the sense of storytelling, of atmosphere. Oh my God, the atmosphere. You look at the sky, for instance, at the beginning of the game, and see the dread in it. See that good feeling of, you know, rain and horror. When usually you get rain, you feel horror, you have thunder and all that. I mean, it's happening in Ireland, I think, which is, wow, I would love to go to Ireland because of that. I remember when I actually got the game, it was when the Operation Flashpoint also came out, I think. And then came out after that, a little bit after, I think, came out the Cliff Barkers, or before, I don't now remember exactly, but I had those two games and I played them. And my god, was that an experience in itself that you can't match with anything today. To this day, there is nothing that will do for you, what they did back then, because back then the games tried to be different. They tried to be innovative in terms of horror and action. And I said again, Undying is a perfect example of horror mixed with action. Perfect example. The atmosphere, the music, my god, the music, the writing, the characters. It's Hellraiser in a game. And then of course came beautiful Dark Corners of the Earth, Call of Cthulhu, which I'm a big fan of, H.P. Lovecraft. So, let's be honest, when is the last time you remember using a gun against the monster? And feeling that it is not a Call of Duty thing, it doesn't have anything Call of Duty, nobody will say, oh, it's Call of Duty with gun, it's Call of Duty with monsters, so to speak. As again, today's mentality became so corrupted. Today's, games like Skyrim are wow, but Skyrim is pure shit, for instance. Pure fucking shit. Compared to Morrowind, for instance. And Morrowind is a perfect example of how RPG really went, from awesome to pure shit. In terms of quests, in terms of lands, and of freedom of making a game a much more appealing to people who have more imagination than just elves and dwarves and pure shit in front of you, and all the nice fun, like Oblivion, everything is green and and in strong color. Then you get Skyrim, which again is a shitty game, a dumbed down game, and I'm just talking. I'm not missing the point of what I'm gonna actually want to say, but reality is not. I'm not, because at the end of the day, I'm just speaking about how games are becoming dumbed down in terms of not just scare elements, which are becoming more of the same as Amnesia. They're clones after clones. Nobody's doing anything new about it. Nobody's trying to make a story out of it, to be scary and to actually connect to the characters, maybe just to feel something towards all that. So, I honestly think that people tend to make a mistake in just comparing most. Just kills me. It really kills me that people tend to compare everything today with something else. It's just that mentality. I don't remember ever in my younger years, when I played games, from Half-Life when it came out, Doom, whatever, I don't remember one person say, oh, this is a clone of this. Never did I hear that. That just became something constant since Call of Duty, as far as I remember. So, okay, that's a big fucking. Okay, don't go. Run! Nice. Will someone survive? Oh yes, he did. Poor Tiger, he didn't know what's gonna happen. So, so okay, we're getting like Machine for Pigs, okay, and we're getting Outrun or Out something, whatever. That one actually looks interesting compared to Machine for Pigs. Very interesting. And also, oh my god, I mean, I want to go back to the past, but you can't. You know, and that's the sad thing, because now you get games as, again, clones and clones and clones. And you get people who do those cam shits. I mean, remember when the cam thing wasn't existing like so many years ago? You know, people weren't using them as they're using them now to gain money and all that bullshit. God. When gaming becomes just about money, it's not fun anymore. Anyway, so, you know, I remember exactly when the cams, you know, looking at your fucking face every single video because I'm thinking you're gonna get scared. You know, Jesus, just, oh. I mean, I don't disapprove of it because people gain money from it, first and foremost. Someone has to survive somehow, and I approve of it. That's totally okay. Good for you. All best to you. So I don't have problem with those big fucking dudes with the face game bullshit. But they're playing games that are cheap, scarce, have no story of any kind of element to even talk about. And they're just doing it so they can appease a larger amount of people whose mentality is quite small. And that's sad. You know, if they could do Cliff Barker Undying and promote that awesome, beautiful, sexy game because they have so many fucking viewers, that would be awesome. Dark Corners of the Earth also. I'm always glad to see that. But it would seem that people don't tend to play those games because they don't know them. As again, these games are so good that people don't know them. Which is understandable, considering the generation gap that we are having here. You know, between developers alone. I mean, developers say they're all the same, but they're not. You know, the old developers like BioWare just went away long time ago in a galaxy far away. You know, you get, for instance, LucasArts doesn't exist anymore. You know, their adventure games were the best thing about LucasArts. You know, and and I mean, just looking at how many horror games we're gonna get in future, it's like Slender, like Amnesia, I'm just scared because none of these games will have any meaning to me compared to the older games, like, as I said, Undying, which I will highly praise. To the, you know, I mean, give us a gun, for fuck's sake. Learn to combine horror and action again, because people that made Undying and Dark Corners of the Earth, well, what happened to them? I mean, what happened to those people? Oh yes, the games were not selling because they were not Call of Duty and they were not Half-Life. You know. But who knows, maybe in 10 years from now the games will change, the entire thing will change towards the old stuff, you know, where combination of horror and action becomes again prevalent. But the thing is, again, we're losing, because I said in the 19s and 80s we're gaining stuff, we were gaining knowledge, we were gaining challenge from game developers, we're gaining stuff that you wouldn't expect. You know, they were trying different because then the gamings were more of a hobby, you know, and today gaming is more about money, and nobody wants to, you know, make games if you don't get a huge amount of money from it. You know, we have seen what happened to Colonial Marines, and I remember that huge amount of nice pictures for that before even it became just a one-man shooter. Remember the squad-based thing, horror squad-based thing? Yeah, never happened. But you know, for instance, Alien vs Predator, first one, the 2000 edition, play as a Marines. You get so scared, it's unbelievable. The music, the atmosphere, it's all there. The music is actually the atmosphere of the game, but the music, the fast aliens, you know, there is a sense of scare. That, and I dare any of those so-called fuckers from PewDiePie, whatever that asshole is, and all other retards, to actually fucking make a LP video of those games. I fucking dare them play that. Alien vs Predator 2, nice game, beautiful game, you know, beautiful horror when you play as, of course, as the Marine. You know, you have that sense of horror. It's there. The music is again awesome. So yeah, what can I say else? I mean, you already know what's happening today. But anyway, the games are becoming stale. You get also the Total War now, and I mean, it didn't change much, to be honest. To me, that's okay, because Total War, for instance, you can't compare to Call of Duty, because Call of Duty fucking charges you $10 for map pack, and retards actually buy it. So I'm like, yeah, always pirated Call of Duty though. Always will. I always will pirate DLCs. I support pirating in that way. Always support pirating for DLCs, man. And bad companies, shitty companies. Don't support shitty companies like Ubisoft and EA. Fuck them. Let them die in their own shit. Wait, what the fuck am I doing here? Okay, so I'm gonna end the video. I think I've been talking a lot. Maybe. Excuse me for my coughing. I'm gonna die in a few days, but that's okay. Now, we have stuff here. So I'm definitely not gonna be attacked. I'm gonna take that 152 though. Still, I didn't forget how they're being called. I'm awesome. I'm so awesome. I see that dude is still alive. I'm gonna actually go a big circle around this position so I actually know what the hell is going on. I have to take this little village. I want to do it with minimal losses so I don't cry later. So yeah, that's me ending the talk about games becoming so cloned like crap that even developers are seeing that and not caring, of course, because they're getting money from it. And people say, well, it's all about money today. I don't agree. You know, I mean, yeah, the economy is totally different than it was in the 90s, but you know, and mentality is definitely different than it was in 90s. But I can't approve of it. I will never approve of it, because you know I'm a gamer first and foremost, and games like this, which I respect huge amount, I give them all my love I can, and you know don't see them on the internet, or you don't see them on YouTube, and to be honest, it makes my heart cry, because they are worth more than Company of Heroes to me, Man of War, or any other game. Because these games at least tried different. You know, they tried. What they have in 2D, these games barely had in 3D. You know, and it just, you know, like, wow. You know. But that's okay. I mean, you know, I'm not really into the gaming anymore of the newer games, because they're becoming stale. That's why, you know, I'm happy that I missed so many games in life and didn't play them all, from JRPGs to the RPGs, Western ones, like Icewind Dale. Never passed that. Icewind Dale 1 and 2 never played, actually. I mean, passed. The Icewind 1 I never passed, and Icewind 2 never played. I mean, you know, I'm just saying to myself, one day I will. One day I will play them. You know, they have beautiful graphics and all that. You know, again, to me, this is beautiful graphics. I don't judge game by the graphics themselves. I judge them by the, I guess, aesthetics or something. The feel of the palettes of the game, how they give you that certain, just, you know, you feel good when you play them. And yeah, so Hell's Bells. What am I gonna talk about now? I mean, probably most of you think the same. And I killed something here. Wow, that's a big explosion. I like the explosion. Look at the explosion, how they look cool. And look how they're missing the entire area here. Okay. Okay, get that shit out of you. Okay, let's get our staff from this position because it would seem that I will be not needing them here. Will not be needing them. That's it. Yeah. These freaking howitzers are strong. What are they? They're 150mm SFH 18. They're 150mm thing. Okay, cool. So yeah. Let's. Yes, I wanted to take. I need 5 crew members for that 152. Again, I will not take this. I don't care. I'm not gonna waste a huge amount of ammo for this little and resources for this little part of land. I don't care about King Tigers. I was disappointed we didn't get my entire force that I saved from the last mission. Oh well, screw you, demon. That's how it went. So fuck it. And I'm happy that at least I can move these guys with no problem. They are safe to move whenever they want. No obstacles anywhere. And I don't have to worry about this side anymore. So all these guys can just move towards their main objective, which is pure sexiness. Actually, I'm gonna leave these guys because I'm afraid maybe they're gonna drop some paratroopers, and I don't have any AA guns. So yeah. Let's use this 152 and finish a little bit of this town. This town is dead. I mean, look at this. There was one Tiger tank in the entire area here. I was expecting some defense in this position, but nothing. You know, they were like, no, no, I don't want to defend this area. But I'm expecting some kind of reinforcement soon, definitely from this position for them. Maybe I do have to take the entire map. I don't know. Oh, they just killed the man of the house. Okay, that one building is both the buildings are alive. The bastards. Okay, it's time. It would seem that they're on a move because they moved and killed my man. My man of valor. So yeah, I'm gonna be moving my stuff there. Okay. Oh, wow, I'm so sad I can't take the T-28. I wanted to try that fucking thing so long now, and you know, it's like no. But no. Oh. Oh well. The G-Returns will take these awesome AT guns and defend this area. Everything you got. My awesome binoculars are not working, it would seem. You guys will go here. You see, they ate all that like nothing. Exactly what I need to take. The amount I need to take. Oh well. That's it. That's the last of it. Okay, he has ammo, he has ammo. He doesn't have any ammo. So you have ammo. Feed him. You have a little bit of ammo. Feed him. Okay. So, wow, the range is not that big at the end. Okay, we destroyed that. Hangars. Okay, this is definitely a position. But the good thing, again, I can enter with tanks here and take the entire area. Okay. That's the good stuff. stop. I'm gonna try and save the ammo. Wow, that sounded like a big explosion and still alive compared to the boarding house here. So yeah, guys, again, if you wanna play in multiplayer, I'm gonna destroy you. Still having to find people who wanna play multiplayer for this. Oh yeah, by the way, the biggest thing, the most important thing, I was supposed to say this in the beginning, but oh well. The links will be down below. They're about, if you haven't noticed and maybe didn't look for, there are 3 videos for multiplayer of the Silent Strike 3 Last Stand, or just Silent Strike Last Stand. But anyway, yeah, great 3 videos multiplayer. So if you're interested, down the links, or well, one link that will be the dude's page for the thingy. So that will be his probably last 3 videos, because they're now just recent because I'm subbed to him. So yeah, if you want to see how it looks in the Last Stand, how the multiplayer looks, check it out if you will. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I know I've talked mostly and destroyed a few buildings, but that's okay. All best to you.